Well, here at Sunderland Tennis Centre, we only have 5 Great British players left in the competition. Let's take a look inside at how they're getting on.
First up was the men's semi-final, in which last year's winner Dan Smethurst looked to make it 2 finals in 2 weeks by beating Yannick Mertens of Belgium. Smethurst took the first set comfortably, ending 6 games to 1. However, the Brit had to endure a nervous end to beat the resurgent Mertens 7-6. We caught up with Smethurst after he booked his place in the men's final, and this is what he told us. Well, I'm here now with Dan Smethurst and his coach Mark. First of all, great games today, winning both of them 6-1 and 7-6.
You must be feeling confident ahead of the final.
Yeah, it was a good match. Played well in the first set. Not quite as clinical in the second, but I still played well and got the job done.
Mark, how do you think you did well?
Yeah, I thought he did really well. He's had a couple of good weeks, and he did really well yesterday to get through a tough match, and he came out with a lot of energy today. I was really pleased, especially the way he served. It was very good today serving.
And of course, last year you won, so are you maybe feeling the pressure this time round with the spotlight on you?
Nah, I mean, every match is different. You've got to go into any match with the same mentality to win, haven't you? So, yeah, I'm just feeling happy about how I played. I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
And it's going to be an all-British final as well. Did you expect that?
Well, seeing as the 2 semi-finalists on the other side were British, I kind of did, yeah.
Mark, what does that say about British tennis that we're all in the final?
Yeah, I think we're doing well. I think we've got a lot of good young guys ranked sort of between 300 and 500, and our job as British coaches now is to try and get them up towards the top 100, and I don't see any reason why we can't. Got a lot of young guys like Dan who are serious, they're working hard, and it's a good opportunity for them.
And finally, what have you got coming up next?
I've got another 2 like this one in Sheffield and in Liverpool in the next 2 weeks. Yeah.
So it'll be straight back to training, will it?
Probably just low key the next couple of days, and then the first match is on Tuesday, so I'll just try and keep my body in a good place for it.
Sounds good. Well, the very best of luck.
Thanks, Dan and Mark.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We now turn our attention to the other semi-final involving 2 British players, underdog David Rice and tournament favourite Dan Cox. Cox and Rice train together and admit knowing each other very well, so a hard-fought match it was to be expected. And hard-fought it was. Cox pushed Rice all the way, but it was the underdog who came out on top. Cox performed well as he had done all tournament, but was bested by training partner Rice, who won the match 6-4, 6-4. Rice also had the double finals to play, so as he was preparing, he gave us his thoughts on both games.
Well, I'm here now with David Rice. David, you've had 2 games today. Are you worried that maybe you might be feeling a bit tired for your doubles tomorrow?
No, I mean, I feel alright. It's obviously been a long week from playing singles and doubles, but I mean, it's always sort of a better situation when you're winning matches and getting some good practice in. So, I mean, my body feels pretty good. It feels fine.
And what about Dan Smethurst? I mean, do you think he might be feeling a bit more fresh tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, he was obviously playing singles and doubles as well, but I mean, he lost doubles yesterday. So, I mean, I don't know, to be honest, but as I said, I'm playing Smethurst in the final tomorrow. We know each other's games and stuff, and because we're the same sort of age and stuff, so it's pretty good. That's all British final as well.
Will you have anything to sort of focus on during the match, just to keep your concentration in one place?
Yeah, I mean, I'll sort of come up with a plan and sort of tactics. So obviously how to play them and stuff, and just really focus on my game and my side of the net, so to speak.
And obviously it's an all-British final this time round. Did you expect that to happen when you first come into the competition?
Well, I mean, you're sort of taking it one match at a time, and then as you see how it is, and then sort of I got better as the weeks got on. Played a good match today against Dan Cox, who's my training partner at Gosden. We actually trained with each other at Gosden Tennis Academy. So again, we're sort of the same age. We know each other's game well. So I played a good match today, and then played a good match yesterday as well. So that's been pleasing.
And what do you think that says about British tennis, the fact that we're all in the finals?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously good this week. Everyone's working hard, trying to get better. Everyone's getting more professional, making good improvement and stuff. So I mean, it's obviously good for the Brits this week.
And finally, what have you got coming up after this?
So next week we go to Sheffield, and then the week after that I go to Liverpool. They're like 2 more futures, which is this like level of tournament. Then the week after I'm going to play a challenger event in Europe somewhere, and then have a break. So yeah, that's my next 3 tournaments.
So you've got quite a bit more training to do after this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like training. Like the tournament will start on Tuesday, like next week. So yeah, so obviously play the final tomorrow and like get ready for that.
It's non-stop. Well, best of luck. Thanks, David.
Tara Muir, who was the last British female in the competition, took on Anne-Sophie Moustache of Belgium. Muir underperformed in the first set and quickly found herself 6-3 down to the Belgian, who was tipped to beat Muir ahead of the match. However, Muir put up a fight and pulled a set back, winning 6-4. The two then took a well-deserved break ahead of the final set, before Moustache came out in style and dominated the play to take the final set 6-1. Lastly was the men's doubles final, in which David Rice and his partner Sean Thornley took on Richard Garb and Joshua Ward-Hibbert in an all-British doubles final. Rice, spurred on by his earlier win over Dan Cox, played well but had a nervy start to take the first set 6-3. Thornley also played well, as the two appeared to have a great understanding, as they also took the second set 6-3. Rice and Thornley, clearly pleased with the win, shared their thoughts with SportsByte after an intense doubles final.
I'm here with David and Sean, who's just won their 21st pro title. How do you think this did today?
No, well, obviously, played a good match. Sort of we won last week in Sunderland, so it's been a good start for 2014 for us.
Sean, how do you feel about your own performance in the duo?
Yeah, I mean, I played well. I mean, we had a bit of a dodgy start. We went a breakdown early on. But, I mean, David picked me up because I was a bit on edge at the start of that match, and then David returned great in the second set, and yeah, no, it was really good.
And I was saying to David earlier on today, it's an all-British final, so how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm friends with them both, but I mean, I've got to back my boy, so I've got to back Dave. So, I mean, it's it'd be a good one tomorrow. So.
Does it make you proud?
Yeah, extremely proud. Yeah. No, I mean, it's good to see the British guys doing well in these tournaments, and hopefully they can get up the rankings and get closer to Andy Murray in the top 100 and stuff.
Definitely. And sort of after this challenge, what can we make next?
We're off to Sheffield next week, then a tournament in Liverpool, and then we're going to France for a challenger, which is like a bit of a step up in tournament, and hopefully we can do better there. So.
Yeah. And as well, I was saying to David, we've got Smithhurst in the final. What's your thoughts about going against him?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Smith's had a good week and stuff. He had a good week last week as well, made final. And yeah, so I mean, it's obviously good that the Brits are doing well. Like everyone's training hard, and everyone's like training well over pre-season, which is last month. So it's good stuff.
And finally, as a duo, do you think you've still got anything to work on? Is there any improvements to be made anywhere?
Yeah, I mean, there's always improvements to be working on. You can always improve and get better and stuff. So obviously, keep working hard and hopefully get better.
And you were feeling confident towards the final after the day?
Yeah, I mean, feeling confident. As I said, like we got better as the week got on. Played a good match yesterday, won a good match today. So yeah, I mean, we sort of peaked at the right time this week.
Excellent. So I'll see you later tomorrow.
Cheers. Thanks.